My phone just randomly cut me off. Oh, how cheeky. I wonder if it might be a storage thing or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a hint that I need to shut up. I'll carry on and finish what I had to tell you. And I hope that we can splice the two videos together successfully, and maybe you'll never know that anything happened. But my phone did just cut me off. So I think hopefully it probably just stopped at the point where I was saying that we have Crocosmia in Milburn, which means that I've done some new Milburn 4-ply yarn packs of like 5 or 6 colours per pack. So they're up. As well as those, I've done a load of hand-dyed ones as well in both 4-ply and double knit, and they range from 3 skeins up to I think 6. I don't think I did any 7 skein ones. I've forgotten to bring them through to show you, but they are all up on the website, so please do go and have a look if you're interested. Again, they're in the yarn packs section. So that was Starting Point by Joji, and also another thing that this gave me a chance to dig out, which again I don't get a lot of chance to show off. It was this. Does anybody remember this? Yeah, that was a fun project, wasn't it? Have a look at the other side. That's the other side. Oh yes. This is, was it What the Fade? I think, I'm sure it was What the Fade by Andrea Mowry. Mowry. With its brioche and garter stitch. And I remember thinking as I got towards the end, God, these rows are taking ages. And then the cast off, oh, it took forever. And then I got it off the needles. And I was like, well, no wonder it took forever. It's absolutely enormous. Like, I've got my arms completely outstretched and they're nowhere near the ends. It's huge. But I mean, you know, July probably not so much, but in winter, oh, you can really snuggle up with that. And of course, if you start it now, you might actually finish it. Where shall I go with this? There we go. If I didn't already have a shawl on, or if it was December and I was absolutely frozen, I could quite happily be snuggled up in all of this knitwear. That would be absolutely fine. Thank you very much, because I do really feel the cold. And yeah, if you start it now, might get it finished in time for the cold weather. So yeah, that's just another example of something that you can make with, I think it was 6 or 7 colours of 4-ply. This has got Milburn 4-ply and Rust in it. I can't really remember what the others are. There's some Thunder and Algae. Oh, that's Milburn 4-ply and Time. There's some Lavender Fields, that's that purpley one. Oh, I think that is Twig or Falling Leaves. Anyway, yeah, big project, new yarn packs, all on the website. Right, okay, the final thing that I will, so I'm just confused because my timer is only on 4 minutes. I hope this is all recording okay. The final thing that I just thought I'd mention is what's on my needles and my hook. Because I mentioned Embleton earlier, hopefully if all this video stuff works, really hope it does. Embleton is a crocheted cowl. Well, this is the back, so there you go. It's super easy. I'm really enjoying it as a nice quick in-between project, and what I think is that it would look great in the double knit yarnlings, because it's a 2-row repeat, and I think if you changed colour to a new yarnling every 2 rows, that would look really cool. So that's that. I'm using I don't know if you can see the sparkle on this in this light. I'm using the Silverdale double knit, which is the new silver sparkly double knit, which I never got a chance to do a shed cast about. It was released recently alongside Boland double knit as well, which is the pure blue Face Leicester. It's one of our oldest yarns, probably the oldest actually. So that's Embleton. That's available on our website. Another thing that I'm making, I've been making this for ages actually, well, weeks, not that long I suppose, feels like ages, is this. This is called Whitmore Sweater by, I can't remember the designer's name, really hope they're not watching. I will have to put it in the comments because I looked it up before I came in and I've completely forgotten, but it's called Whitmore. You might even recognise it off Instagram. That's where I found it. And I'm using Hayton double knit in Larkspur. Now Hayton double knit is quite low stock at the moment. It always sells out when I dye it. So we are planning another update of it soon, but we have multiple other updates that need to come first. So that's happening again, but just bear with me. I am working as fast as I can. But what I did think actually is that I might put just a couple of stripes of this into this. So I think that would be really, really pretty. I'm really enjoying that little crochet project at the moment though. That's it's just really satisfying. The other thing, and this is a long-term project that I'm doing, is Magic Circles by Jane Crowfoot, which is this one. I'm not using the original colours because autumn, this is double knit, Milburn double knit. The Autumn Fields is sold out and discontinued, as I've mentioned before. So instead of Autumn Fields, I'm using Black Tulip. So you can see that here. I've made quite a few of those circles, that's those ones. But also that's another one. That's another one that doesn't have the Autumn Fields in anyway, but I just wanted to make sure I'd done one of each colour combination to check. And then I'll try and hold them all up together. You can just about see those. So that's the kind of general palette. And then it uses steel in between to fill in. But I'm a long way from that yet. So this is my sort of long-term project where I'm enjoying the process and I don't really care how long it takes at this point, because I'm just enjoying making a circle now and then, or I'll make a few, I'll make a handful now and then, and then I'll put it down again for a week or two and then go back to it. So I'm really, really enjoying that. It's just a nice thing to kind of have in the background and to be able to go back to. And actually, if we get any hot weather again, something like this is ideal because you've not got a big project on your knee and you can just sit and do a little bit, you know, and cool off. Or like if you're pressed for time, you know, for me, I really don't get very much crochet or knitting time during the week particularly, but I like to try and do just even a tiny amount first thing in the morning with my coffee. Even if it's before an exercise class, I will still have 10 minutes. I might have like half a cup of coffee and I'll have 10 minutes of just a tiny bit of crochet or a tiny bit of knitting before I start. It's just something I've always done really, and it's something I've always made time for, or made myself find the time for. So yeah, I think it just sets my brain up for the day somehow. Anyway, so those are my current projects. and I'm sure that this will be a current project for quite some time to come. This just needs the sleeves, so you might see it again, as in before I'm wearing it. And this should be finished pretty soon, so it's nice to have something that's quick and easy, just as an in-between before I start the sleeves on my jumper. So I think that's everything from like the past 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, that's it. There's loads more stuff to come. We've got the return of an old favourite, I think you would say, maybe say, coming soon. Harewood fingering. That's Blueface Leicester. That is absolutely gorgeous. I've really enjoyed dyeing that again. We've got loads more Brimham High Twist coming again. You know, it's totally different, but I really love the High Twist. I love the firmness and the clarity of the colours. It's just a different experience to some of the other yarns, so you know, it's just nice to have that change. So those two are coming in the next few weeks. More Keld fingering, that's the merino linen. Hopefully you remember that. There's currently only one single skein left, so I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to dye more of that. I'm really keen, because again, it's an absolute pleasure to work with. So I shall bring you more of that as soon as I possibly can, and then we'll have more of the Hayton double knit, as I mentioned, again as soon as possible. But these things take weeks to turn around, so just stick with it. If there's something there that you're waiting for, it will come, and of course there's many more that are long overdue as well. So I think that's everything. Just double check my notes. Yeah, that's everything. Well, hopefully I can splice my 2 videos together. I've no idea how to do that, but it's all a learning curve, isn't it? And I shall see you next time. Bye.